Last thing for me, what can you tell us about Dominic Cruz and Hans Molenkamp? What is the story there? And I mean, is this an issue? Obviously, Monster is a big presenting sponsor of the organization. So what's going on here?
Yeah, listen, it's all weird. You know, is Hans a goofy dude? Yeah, he's a very goofy dude. But they're a sponsor. I mean, these guys are a sponsor. They're great sponsors. They pay these guys a lot of money. You know, Monster is one of these companies that really, really takes care of people. And it's their company. They can sponsor whoever they want. They can run their business however they want. This isn't like a work situation where you're working for somebody and you're not happy about the way you're being treated. This is a sponsorship deal. You know, these guys can spend their money and run their company however they want to. And nobody's guaranteed money from a sponsor. There's no, you know, it's a privilege to get money from a sponsor. So if you don't like the way they do business, don't do business with them, you know? But they've been good to us, they've been good to the sport, and they've definitely been good to the fighters, you know? I get it. He doesn't like him, and, you know, some guys have a problem with him, and, you know, it's easy to figure that one out. But Monster as a company, they've been solid, man. They couldn't be any better. Remember the first time that I ever talked to the owner to do a deal with those guys? We had talked about numbers, and then he was like, yeah, no, I want to give the fighters an extra $25,000. And I was like, holy shit. He's like, yeah, no, we take care of people, and we, you know, they're a damn good company, solid, and they take care of people, you know? Everybody needs to realize that when you get a sponsorship deal and you get sponsorship money, it's a privilege. It's not something that you're owed.
Open that thing up. Open that thing up. Ooh. I need you to say it. I need you to say it. Say it with I'm a freaking UFC champion. Say it, bro. I'm a UFC champion. Let's go!
Even today, for as much as we love Jan Blachowicz and how great he did, I still think that Jones is the best 205 pounder in the world.
Wow. That obviously means a lot coming from you, given your history with Jon. So I appreciate you.
He's coming!
I'll get you to remain in the vehicle and I'll take care of the backside.
Yeah.
That way. Is that your daddy?
Yay! Are you happy?
People talk about the intrigue maybe gone from Izzy. That's not true.
No.
I still believe he's one of the best fighters in the world. But and again, I was guilty of it. Watching him do what he did at 85 makes you believe he can go with anybody. And because of the skill set, you think he can beat a Jones. Today, after watching last Saturday, I believe Jones would be too big for him. Rivalry out the window. I just believe Jones would be too big for him because watching Jan take him down, Jones would press him against the octagon and take him down, right? So I just think that fight, for as much intrigue as there was, for me, it doesn't really need to happen because I just believe that now, especially with the weight that Jones has put on, not a great fight for Ed.
The governor's announcing Texas is open. Texas isn't open. So as frustrating as it is, I'm ready to go. I will move March 27th to Texas today if one of these places would open, but they're not doing it. But at the end of the day, oh well, we'll all just stay here at the Apex. I don't know if you guys are getting as comfy here as I am and lazy. It's pretty easy to swing over here and just walk in and do what we do here. So we can do this forever. And yes, the answer to your question is the Apex is one of the smartest things we've done in 20 years. And timing is everything in life. This place was done just in time for a global pandemic.
I know Fight Island kind of got all the headlines in the press, but I mean, would you say this is the most indispensable part of the pandemic for you guys?
Yeah, well, this and Fight Island was a really big deal because we can only do so many fights here before, we burn out all the American talent and you have to start having international fights. And we would have been in big trouble without Fight Island. So I would say they were equally as important.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Dana back here.
Amanda, to your right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did you feel like the first punch of the fight that you hit her with, that you kind of shook her up and that she wasn't the same after that?
Yeah, I think the first one was the one really open, giving me to think about my next step, like my strategy. I always say the whole week, soon the first exchange, I get the first exchange, I will put my game plan. So my game plan was finish her on the floor, and I always be able to get it.
And what was what did you do to make up for the height? Like, you don't normally fight somebody that much taller than you. So what did you do in training to try to, kind of be able to strike with her the way you did?
I have a training partner the same size as her. So it was the whole time I trained with him, and he had the same kind of style too. So that was very, I don't say easy, because she's a very tough opponent. She knows how to use very well her reach. And I feel like I was too fast for her. And I was be able to connect first.